everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be planning with this Graceful Muse kit, Holly and Ivy, and this is a special video because I'll be collabing with the fellow members of my PR team for Graceful Muse. Be sure to check out their videos. I will have them linked in the episode description. So yeah, let's get into it. So as part of the collab, we are each going to answer a few questions that we've come up with. The first one is, what is your favorite holiday tradition? I think I might have answered this in another video, but I will mention it again. My favorite holiday tradition is my mother usually sends out some Christmas or holiday themed pajamas for all of us. And we are all usually in the same place. We weren't this year because of COVID, but usually we're all together and we will put on the pajamas and take a family photo together. This year, I don't think she sent them out, so I just took a picture in my pajamas from last year, and we will kind of splice them, Photoshop them together somehow. The other interesting thing about this tradition is that she usually sends different colored pajamas for our boyfriends and girlfriends. So instead of like a red bottoms for the family, it'll be like a blue bottom or a green bottoms, or it'll be a different colored shirt or something. And I always think that's hilarious. But yeah, that's my favorite holiday tradition. The second one is, what is one wish you have for 2021? And I feel like the obvious thing to say would be that I wish that we get a handle on coronavirus across the world and that no more people die, and that the vaccine is safe and effective, and you know, we are able to kind of get back to normalcy. So that's my wish for the world. The wish for myself for 2021 is that I learn to slow down a little bit more and sort of just take some more time to appreciate the little things. I feel like this year I was very much caught up in I gotta, be performing at work. I gotta be, keeping up with my planning hobby, keeping up with YouTube. A lot of it was focused on keeping busy. And next year, I hope that I take some more time to stop and smell the roses, take some more time to celebrate my accomplishments, and sort of appreciate all of the hard work that I put in on everything that I do a little bit more. So that's my wish for myself for 2021. The third one is favorite Christmas meal. This is tough. So it is going to be a toss-up between my mother's pepper pot, which I mentioned this in another video, but pepper pot is a kind of stewed meat that is traditionally served at Christmas time for many Caribbean families, and usually serve it with white bread. It is delicious. Definitely I eat it, outside of Christmas as well, but it is so good on Christmas. But my mom also does a really amazing macaroni and cheese. Okay, so she does that not only for Christmas, so maybe this is kind of cheating. She does it for Thanksgiving and for if there's a special event or a party coming on. But yeah, I would say pepper pot or my mother's mac and cheese. If I really had to choose one, I'd probably go with the pepper pot, but that's probably because this year I was supposed to get some from my mom in the mail and it is presumed lost. As we all know, the mail in the United States has been ridiculous, and I know postal workers are trying as hard as they can, and so thank you, for the packages that we were able to get, but with COVID and everything, mail is just not getting through the way that it used to. Okay, favorite Christmas songs. It's funny, I feel like a lot of Christmas songs are cheesy, and so I don't really love a ton of them, but one that I, have sort of gotten into a little bit recently was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. So I really never listened to the lyrics. I've heard it, since I was a kid, but it was only until recently as an adult that I decided I was going to really truly listen to the lyrics. And the lyrics are kind of wild, just really out there. So Grandma gets hit by the reindeer and they don't find her until the next morning in the snow, as the song says. And then everybody just kind of carries on in life, and like, it's never said out loud, but you kind of get, it's kind of implied that the grandma dies. Like they said, you know, it's not Christmas without grandma. And I'm like, are we really just, is this a song about how someone's grandma got killed by some reindeer, by Santa? Like, eesh. So I don't know. I don't know why that's really morbid. It's not, I don't know why I want to say it's my favorite, but it's one I found really intriguing lately, just because I'm like, why are we all singing this? This is terrible. So, continuing on, favorite holiday beverage. You know, not a big fan of eggnog. I never could really get into the taste of it. But at Christmas and on holidays, my family will usually have a bottle of Martinelli's, and I actually love it. So Martinelli's, if you don't know, is like sparkling apple juice. Yeah, it tastes more like apple juice than anything. They also make other flavors. They make like grape and other things, but I feel like the traditional Martinelli's is the apple juice. So the Martinelli's just feels like holiday to me, because it's something usually that we only break out at Christmas or Thanksgiving. My boyfriend's family also breaks it out. This year they had it. We didn't have dinner with them. We had kind of a Zoom dinner with them, but they had it then. So that, I would say, is my favorite holiday beverage, just because I love anything bubbly and sparkling, and it does feel kind of different. If you had one thing to leave out, or if you had to leave one thing out for Santa besides milk and cookies, what would it be? So the traditional thing for Santa is milk and cookies, but my thing is, if Santa's going all over the world and everyone is leaving him milk and cookies, he is probably getting a little sick of that, right? I mean, how many variations of milk and cookies could there be, before you start to say like, it's the same old thing. So I feel like leaving Santa out a nice cheese plate would be amazing. I would appreciate that as Santa. So a cheese plate, or maybe just even a general charcuterie platter with both meats and cheeses. I don't know if Santa's a vegetarian or not. If Santa is a vegetarian or is vegan, what would I leave out for him? Maybe even some fruit. A nice fruit or veggie platter. As you can tell, I'm pretty big into the platters. But just something to break up the monotony of, milk and cookies, milk and cookies, milk and cookies. Not that, again, Santa doesn't love milk or cookies, but, a carrot stick and some dip. Santa might love that. I would appreciate that. So yeah, so that's what I would leave out. Depending on, what dietary restrictions Santa has. Also, if Santa's vegan, he's definitely not having milk. So we can safely assume he's not. But if Santa's vegetarian, then a cheese platter or a veggie platter with dip and some water, some Martinelli's even for Santa. I think, that would be great. The next question is the best Christmas memory. And this is another one that I think I answered in one of my Christmas kit videos, but I'll just, reiterate here is best Christmas memory is the year that my father bought us a Sega Genesis. He did that thing where he let us open up all our other gifts, and prior to this he had said, I don't think we can afford one this year, we're not gonna get one for you guys, even though we'd asked for it. And so we kind of were like, okay, well, I guess we won't get it. And he let us open all of the presents, and then he showed up with it, and it was just like, as kids, we were just so bowled over, we were so surprised. And as I have said in other videos, I played the crap out of that thing, just, played it night and day when we were allowed, because my parents were very much like, you need to finish your schoolwork before you do video games, but it brought me so many hours of joy. So favorite memory is when my father bought us a Sega Genesis. The next question is, what is the best holiday gift you've ever gotten, and what is the worst? This is actually really hard to think of. I feel like I get really good gifts. I don't know if I've ever gotten a bad one. The best gift I have gotten is, the best gifts in my opinion are anything that anyone has handwritten me or handmade. I know this is gonna sound really cheesy, but I love it when my parents handwrite cards. I save them. I am such a card hoarder. If you have ever given me a thank you card, a Christmas card, a birthday card in the last 10 years, I still have it just because I don't know, I may be way too sentimental, but when people handwrite things, I just love it because I love seeing their handwriting. It's like a nice memory. I have a few like sort of floral tattoos, but I always said, you know, if when my mom passes that I would love to get a tattoo of her writing I love you in her handwriting because she has lovely handwriting. But also just because when I look at her handwriting, I feel like, okay, that's my mom. You know, it's just, I don't know, it just gives me like a very sort of special feeling. The worst Christmas gifts, in my opinion, are socks. I really, I feel bad saying this because I have gotten socks, or at least as a kid, I got a lot of socks. And I think it was just because people didn't know what to get us, maybe? I don't know. I just feel like socks are like, I mean, a lot of people need socks, but not me. I feel like I have enough socks. And as a kid, I felt like I had enough socks. Like I never felt like I needed them. So socks are probably the worst gift. Sorry if you got me socks as a kid. You know, thank you, but I just wasn't that excited about it. What is your favorite part of the holiday season? This year it's very hard to kind of think about that because it's been such a weird year because, you know, I'm not with my family, but I think my favorite part of the holiday season is, you know, getting to spend time with my parents and my siblings. I've said this in other videos, but we are very far flung from each other. And so holidays are really the only time where we all kind of get together and just get to enjoy each other's company. And, you know, I really appreciate that and miss that, especially this year. My sister got married earlier this year and we got to all hang out. Thank goodness for that, but we haven't seen each other since then. So yeah, favorite part is being with family. So that's the end of the spread. Please check out my PR Lady collab partners, Just Plans, Pretty Planner Pages, and Yana Plans 1. Check out their videos, and yeah, if this is your first time, please feel free to click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!